Hey guys, Aramis555 here. Sorry I made a video in a long time. I know that's just going to be my motto from now on. Hey guys, Aramis555 here. Sorry for not making a video in a long time. Yeah, no, I've just been doing stuff, and I don't know, I've just kind of lost the inspiration to do Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I'm thinking about actually selling a lot of my collection. I'm not going to be quitting. Don't worry, I'm not quitting. Just doing other things. Anyways, what this video is actually going to be about today is going to be talking about the Golden Globes, which just went on. I liked most of the nominations this year. I thought it was really good. I didn't watch all the show. I watched about half it, and then I went and just watched Lincoln because I wanted to see if it was as good as everyone's been saying, and it was really good. I don't think it was incredible. It's definitely not Spielberg's best film in a long time. I personally enjoyed War Horse more, and I found it way more engrossing and emotional than Lincoln. I think Lincoln was really good. It was really well done, but it honestly just wasn't. I don't know, I just didn't find it as engrossing. I don't know. I'll talk about it in a minute here. But anyways, what I'm going to be doing is just I made predictions of what movies were going to be winning what awards. And I got 8 out of 14 right, which is pretty good. I made a lot of fun guesses, just kind of make it interesting. But anyways, I'm just going to be going through the list of what was nominated and what won. And I'm just going to give you guys my opinion. So we're going to be starting at the very bottom of the list here, and then I'm going to be going all the way up. So for Best Foreign Language Film, we had Rust and Bone, A Royal Affair, Kon-Tiki, Intouchables, which I heard was really good. I haven't seen it yet, and Amour. Amour being nominated for 5 Oscars at the Academy Awards this year, so obviously it's a very good movie, and thus it won the Golden Globe for Best Foreign Language Film. I haven't seen any of these movies yet. I've heard Rust and Bone's very, very good. It's got Marion Cotillard in it. And Intouchables, I heard, like I said, is very, very good as well. Looking forward to seeing that. Amour, like I said as well, was nominated for 5 Oscars. Being about old people and just, staying in love after all that time and stuff. Apparently it's very, very good, and thus deserving its award. Not much to say there. Moving on to Best Animated Film. This one I really want to talk about because I thought there was one snub. Well, no, actually, I like their list. I just thought that their choice was very poor here, but just my opinion. So we got Wreck-It Ralph, Rise of the Guardians, Hotel Transylvania, Frankenweenie, and Brave. And the winner was Brave, which I was very disappointed with that choice. I actually haven't seen it yet, so I guess I can't judge it. But I've seen pretty much every other movie on this list except for Brave, which is odd. And I don't know, I think there was kind of like that stereotypical, oh, it's Pixar, they should win kind of pick. And I think it was kind of the wrong choice. Like, I saw Wreck-It Ralph. I thought Wreck-It Ralph was fantastic. Very, very smart movie. Great script. Really, really well done. Very entertaining. I think they spent a little too much time in the Candyland stuff, but it was very, very good. And then we also have Hotel Transylvania, which I thought was hilarious. It's by the same animation team who did Cloudy and the Chance of Meatballs, which is one of my favorite animated movies ever. I've watched it so many times now I can't even explain how much I enjoy that film. And Frankenweenie, which is the return of Tim Burton to stop motion, and it was a fantastic movie. He did a really, really good job with it. And I actually, like, my pick, I thought Wreck-It Ralph was going to win, but what I think should have won was Frankenweenie. I think that was, like, the best animated movie this year, and it totally deserved the accolades it did not get. So I don't know why Brave won. It really didn't deserve it, but what can you do? Moving on to Best Original Score. This is one I actually got wrong. I guessed that Lincoln was going to win just because I was like, John Williams, he's been nominated like 48 times now or something. So, but Lincoln, Cloud Atlas, Argo, which is a very good soundtrack as well, Anna Karenina, which I haven't watched yet, and Life of Pi. Life of Pi being the winner. Very, very cool soundtrack. The movie's definitely visually driven and driven by its soundtrack, so I think that was a very fitting choice. But my favorite here was actually, like, my personal pick that I loved was Cloud Atlas. Cloud Atlas is actually my #1 movie of this year. I absolutely adore that film, and the soundtrack is just so incredible. Just that just the Cloud Atlas sextet, just the that one song, the one piano riff is just so incredible. It's so mesmerizing that it's just my favorite soundtrack of the year. It's definitely the one I'll be remembering. Looking back at all the soundtracks, I thought Lincoln's soundtrack was actually like I said, that was the one I picked that I thought was going to win, and it didn't. Hey, get out! Get out! Sorry, guys. Get out! babysitting somebody's dog. And Argo's soundtrack was really good too. It had a lot of really cool like Middle Eastern riffs and whatnot, so it was really good. But ultimately, Life of Pi won, and I think that was a very tough race this year. I'm just very glad that Cloud Atlas at least got some recognition, whereas at the Oscars it did not, so that was lame. For Best Original Song, we have Stand Up Guys for Not Running Anymore. Les Miserables, or however you say it, Suddenly, which was the song they originally, wrote an original song for that movie, which was obvious Oscar and Golden Globe bait, and it did get nominated for both, but what can you do? Hunger Games, we have Safe and Sound. Active Valor, we have For You, and Skyfall, Adele, Skyfall, which obviously won. It's a fantastic song, and her acceptance speech was actually really, really cool, so I'm not really going to say anything else about that. Moving on. Onto the very good stuff. Here's where we get into the things that I'm very happy about. So, Best Screenplay, we have Zero Dark 30 by Mark Bowl, Silver Linings Playbook, David O. Russell, who's also the director, Lincoln, Tony Kushner, very good writer, and like I said, I just saw the movie. The script was really well done. The only problem I had with it was obviously it had a lot of jargon, so I can see people that are politically knowledgeable enjoying the film, but I personally thought it was just like so much political jargon being crammed down your throat that it was kind of hard to muster sometimes. But then they kind of balanced it out with Lincoln's really, really smart, very subtle, humble speeches, and it just, I don't know, very, very well done script. And then Argo, which is arguably one of my favorite scripts this year. It was so smart, so well written, so accurate, and just really, really good delivery by all the actors as well. And then the winner being Django Unchained. I'm sure that's no surprise. Tarantino's a fantastic writer, and I saw the movie a couple nights ago, and it's in my top 5 favorite movies this year. I absolutely loved that film. I thought it was better than Inglourious Basterds. The script was infinitely better. The acting was phenomenal, and really, really glad to see Tarantino get some recognition at least for the script, because that script was hilarious. There's the one scene in it where there's a bunch of KKK members, and they're going to get Django, and they're all hanging out. This isn't spoiling too much, but they're all hanging out, and they literally argue for 5 minutes or so about the eye holes in their sacks on their heads, and it is the funniest scene I've seen in a movie all of this year. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. So kudos to Tarantino. Very good job. Best Director. Oscars, you majorly effed up this year, like bad. The nominees here are perfect. The Oscar nominations are a disaster, and I'm going to get to this point. So Quentin Tarantino for Django Unchained was not nominated at the Oscars. Huge, huge snub. Tarantino is a fantastic director, and the movie, like, I just don't understand the logic of nominating a movie for Best Picture and not nominating it for Best Director. And now I understand that obviously there's 9 to 10 spots in the Best Picture category and there's only 5 in Director, but the choices they made were very, very poor, and I really don't understand what they were thinking with them. Spielberg for Lincoln, that's a shoo-in. Ang Lee for Life of Pi, that's a shoo-in. The Globes love Ang Lee. The Oscars love Ang Lee. Same with Spielberg. Spielberg has not had any love, though, since Schindler's List back in 1991, and he got snubbed really bad for Munich, which I actually thought was the best movie that year, and I forget what won instead. I think it was like Crash or something, but that was an awful year at the Oscars. And then Ben Affleck for Argo. I picked Ben Affleck because I knew he was going to win. I knew he should win, and he did. He won the Golden Globe, so I'm very, very happy to see that. I'm honestly not surprised because like that movie is just so incredible. It's so well done. And Ben Affleck is now 3-0. The only sad part about the story is that obviously Ben Affleck was not even nominated at the Oscars, which was a complete huge snub. And if you listen to what a lot of the critics are saying about the Oscars this year, they're saying that is the #1 snub of the year is that Ben Affleck did not get nominated, which is really funny because now this basically shows that either the Oscars, when they come out, the winner is going to be Ben Hanecki or something. I forget how you say it. The guy who did Beast of the Southern Wild, or it's going to be the director of Amour, which is disappointing because, I mean, honestly, Ben Affleck, like I said, he just made this movie what it is, and he's such a talented director. And people seem to overlook him. They look at Ben Affleck and they're like, oh, isn't he that guy from Pearl Harbor and Jiggly? And that's not the case. Yeah, so happy he won. Very, very well deserving. On to best performance by an actress in a supporting role. We have Nicole Kidman for The Paperboy. I saw the trailer for that. She just looks like a slutty blonde lady, so I don't know why she was nominated. Helen Hunt for The Sessions. I heard that movie's really good, so I'm glad she got nominated. Sally Field for Lincoln. I just watched her performance, and it was fantastic. I actually thought she was going to win. Even though she wasn't my choice to win, I thought she was going to. Amy Adams for The Master. I still haven't seen that film, but I heard it's really good. Although it's kind of on Scientology. I'm not a big Wes Anderson. Wes Anderson? No, whoever directed. I can't remember. The guy who did There'll Be Blood. Not a fan of his movies. And Anne Hathaway for Les Mis. And Anne Hathaway did win. I was really, really happy to see that. Her performance speech was excellent. She was very, very excited. Well deserved. She honestly, her and Hugh Jackman made that film. I thought the movie was actually quite mediocre, to be honest. It just had a lot of pacing issues. I don't know. There's just something about it. I felt disconnected from the film. But when she had her scenes, I was just so engrossed. And she sang "I Dreamed a Dream," and the entire theater went dead quiet. And all I heard was people sobbing. And I even got really emotional watching this scene. And she is just so incredible. That one song, that it was just so impactful. And she definitely deserved that Globe. I really hope actually that she's going to win the Oscar as well. I'm actually going to put her down as my choice at the Oscars come Oscar night when I make my guesses, and we'll see what happens. On to best performance by an actor in a supporting role. We have Tommy Lee Jones for Lincoln. I just watched that performance, and it was, I thought Daniel Day-Lewis was incredible. He absolutely made that movie. Obviously it's about him. But Tommy Lee Jones was, every scene he was in, he stole. He was just absolutely incredible. He just had so much vigor, and he just knew what he was doing. And it just reminded me how good of an actor he is and how overlooked he is as an actor. I don't think he's going to win the Oscar, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, just the fact that he's at least getting the recognition for his role. He wouldn't personally be my runner-up for the year compared to who won. Philip Seymour Hoffman for The Master. Once again, I haven't seen that movie, but I heard he's really good in it. I honestly hate Philip Seymour Hoffman, though. I think he's a very overrated actor. I think he plays the same character in every single movie. He either plays a rapist priest or he plays just a douchebag, which he's really good at playing a douchebag, but I don't know, I just don't like him. Leonardo DiCaprio, I was very happy to see him nominated here. He was really, really good in Django. Him and Samuel L. Jackson were excellent. When they were together, there was just so much chemistry between them. It was actually really entertaining. Alan Arkin for Argo, he was actually one of my choices as well. I thought was really, really good. Really, really good acting. I love Alan Arkin. He's just so funny. He was one of those examples of every scene he was in, he stole the show. But the number one person who stole every scene he was in, which was actually the majority of the movie, was Christoph Waltz in Django. This guy is just, he's such a good actor. You see him in Inglourious Bastards, and every single scene he is in is unforgettable. The opening scene where there's the Jews under the floor. It's a bingo, he's just so good. And Christoph Waltz is so cool because you see him 2 years later in another Tarantino movie, and he wins another Golden Globe. And I honestly think that come Oscar night, he will win the Oscar as well. I really don't think any of the other Oscar nominees actually stand a chance against him, because one, his performance was so good. He had fantastic monologues. I can't say anything more than that because I don't want to get any spoilers to anyone who hasn't seen Django, but his exit to the movie is fantastic. And it's just Christoph Waltz. You just love the guy. He's just got this very what's the word I'm looking for? He just this look on his face, and you just can't get enough of it. It's just Christoph Waltz, so good, totally deserving, and that was actually my choice. I knew he was going to win. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. The nominees were Meryl Streep. Meryl Streep, you have to nominate her every year. Woo, for Hope Springs, whatever. Maggie Smith for Quartet. For any of you who don't know who Maggie Smith is, that is Professor McGonagall from the Harry Potter movies. Very good actress. Judi Dench for the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Emily Blunt for Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. I thought that was very cool that she got nominated, because I think Emily Blunt's a fantastic actress, and she actually had 2 very good movies this year. The other one being Looper, which I thought was snubbed in multiple categories, but what can you do? Snubbed at the Oscars as well, unfortunately, which is sad. And Jennifer Lawrence for Silver Linings Playbook, who actually won. She was my pick. I love Jennifer Lawrence. She's my favorite actress right now in Hollywood. She's so talented. She's so relatable, and she just has this everyday kind of look to her that just, compared to the girls that go out of the way to look so fake and beautiful, she just has such a natural beauty to her that's just so respectable, and she's just such a very talented actress. I haven't seen Silver Linings Playbook yet. I really want to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I saw the trailer, and I thought the trailer looked fantastic, so I'm really excited to see that and see her Golden Globe winning performance. Best performance by an actor in a motion picture, musical, or comedy. We have Bill Murray for Hyde Park and Hudson. I didn't see that. I have no idea what it's about, but Bill Murray's cool. Ewan McGregor for Seven Fishing in the Yemen. Probably this is a good movie, and I should see it. I do really like Ewan McGregor as well. I'm a big fan of his. I just watched this movie the other day with him on Netflix, which you guys should definitely check out. It is called Perfect Sense. He's fantastic in it as well, so you guys should go check that movie out if you haven't seen it. Bradley Cooper for Silver Linings Playbook, which was really cool to see him get a nomination because I heard he's very good in that as well. Jack Black for Bernie. I guess that was just kind of a throw-in or something. And Hugh Jackman for Les Mis. And I picked Hugh Jackman. I thought Hugh Jackman made that film. Him and Anne Hathaway were the best parts. I thought the whole rest of the movie was just so mediocre, but they were just so incredible that it kind of brought it up to that extra level. So Hugh Jackman won for Les Mis, and I think that was a very, very deserving win. He's just such a great singer. He's a very good actor, very underrated actor, and he has some very, very powerful scenes in the movie, so he definitely deserved that. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama. Let's check here. Sorry if this video is going on a bit too long here. About 16 minutes. Hopefully you guys are still watching. Best performance by an actress in a motion picture drama. We have Rachel Weisz for The Deep Blue Sea, Naomi Watts for The Impossible. That was actually my pick. I just made a fun guess. My choice to win it would have been Jessica Chastain, but I just had this kind of fun feeling. I'm going to pick somebody fun for this category, so I picked Naomi Watts just because I heard she's very good in that movie, and I am a fan of hers. I think she's a great actress. I loved her in King Kong, and especially The Ring. I think her performance in The Ring is still awesome. Very haunting. Helen Mirren for Hitchcock. She looked good in that. Marion Cotillard for Rust and Bone, but she did not get nominated at the Oscars, which was pretty disappointing omission, especially because I heard she's very fantastic in this film. I'm usually not a big fan of hers, but I just watched Big Fish again the other day, and I totally forgot she was in it, and she was really, really likable in it. And I was kind of like, okay, that was back before she was well known, and I think she's a very good actress. But the winner being Jessica Chastain for Zero Dark 30. I saw that one coming. She's even with the whole CIA shenanigans going on right now, she still is fantastic in the movie from what I've heard. I haven't seen Zero Dark 30 either. I need to watch that. It's the last one on my list I have to see next to Silver Linings Playbook. But I heard she's really good, and I guess that's a well-deserved win. So, best performance by an actor in a motion picture drama. We all know who won this one, but I'm just going to go through them. Denzel Washington for Flight. I did see Flight. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was great, but Denzel Washington's performance was definitely riveting, and it was definitely what made the movie what it was. I think without him it definitely would have been different, but the flight scene in it obviously was incredible as well. Joaquin Phoenix for The Master. He probably would have been actually, well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard he's really good. I think it's really cool he got nominated, but John Hawkes for The Sessions definitely would have been my runner-up for best actor. He's such a good actor. He was in Lincoln as well, and I actually thought his character was really neat. He didn't really have a whole lot of lines, but you just see John Hawkes on the screen, you're like, man, that guy's a good actor. Like Winter's Bone, he plays I think he was the uncle, and he was good in that too, and he totally deserved the nomination. Richard Gere for Arbitrage, which I heard is very good. I watched the trailer for it just today actually, and I thought the trailer looked fantastic. So Richard Gere, even just in the trailer, looked amazing. So I'm very excited to see that. Well-deserved nomination, and obviously the winner being Daniel Day-Lewis for Lincoln. He was fantastic. Like, there were parts in the movie, it wasn't even parts, it was just the whole movie. I'm sitting there watching him, and he has so many monologues, so it doesn't even cut. It just, like, keeps zooming in on him. It just keeps zooming in, and he just keeps going, and he just has so much power in what he says. And he's just such a great actor, and I really do think that he's the shoe-in to win Best Actor. Hands down. I really don't think he has a whole lot of competition, especially because John Hawkes was not nominated at the Oscars, which I think was a huge snub. So honestly, I think his runner-up is probably going to be Joaquin Phoenix. You know, if Daniel Day-Lewis doesn't win, it'll be Joaquin Phoenix. But since the Oscars really don't like him, I can see it not happening because I doubt he'll be even there for the ceremony. I think he's still kind of choked about not winning for Walk the Line, which he should be. But yeah, no, Daniel Day-Lewis was just so good. Like, you were watching him, and you just completely forgot you were watching an actor. Like, he was just so absorbed in his character that it was just such an incredible performance, and he totally deserved it. Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy. We have Silver Linings Playbook. This was actually I actually thought that movie was going to win. That was my choice. It did not win. Simon Fishing in the Yemen, Moonrise Kingdom, which did not get a whole lot of other awards, and it also got snubbed in the Oscars, basically. It only got nominated for Best Original Screenplay, which is kind of disappointing. Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, and Les Mis. I really didn't think Les Mis was going to win, just because I thought it was kind of the obvious choice, and once again, I was wrong, and it did actually win. Don't get me wrong, I know there's probably a lot of people that are a big fan of the movie, but I'm sure there's people out there that have probably seen the movie and seen the play, and the play, every single time you ask someone what they say, they're obviously going to say the play is 1,000 times better. I just thought it was very inconsistent. There were scenes in it that I just felt didn't need to be there. I felt like they could have cut it down. Some of the songs went on too long. I know you want to sing the whole song. I know it's a musical, and I love musicals. Like, I'm a big fan of musicals, but I don't know, just something about it. I just felt very disconnected the whole time watching the movie. And by the time the film was over, it was 2.5 hours long. I just felt so exhausted. Like, it was 2.5 hours of just pure singing. Maybe only like 5-10 minutes where there was no singing. So it was just really exhausting. But yeah, I guess it won. So finally, the one you've all been waiting for, Best Motion Picture Drama. We had Zero Dark 30, which was the film about the capture of Osama bin Laden, one of the highest rated films of the year. Lincoln, which like I said, I just saw. It was very good. I think it was a bit too political. It was very slow, but the cinematography was fantastic. The costume design, set pieces were fantastic. The acting was incredible. Direction was really good from Spielberg, obviously, and you know, obviously it's got the most nominations at the Oscars this year for 12, so that was pretty obvious nomination. Life of Pi, Ang Lee's film about adaptation of the book. I saw the movie, I thought it was really good, but I thought the ending was completely unnecessary, and I was very disappointed with it. They spent about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, explaining to the audience the metaphor in the book where the animals are, hopefully this isn't spoiling anything, I'm sure you've probably heard this, but the animals are actually the people, they're actually people, and he actually spends 5-10 minutes explaining that in the movie, and you're sitting there and you feel so stupid, because you're just like, why are you explaining this to me? The movie was so good up until this point, and then you're just like, you're basically slapping me in the face and being like, you're not dumb enough to understand this. This is actually what happened. And it was just very, very frustrating. It's probably still my top 10 just because I think it was a very visual feast, but it was a little disappointing in the storytelling aspect. Django Unchained, which was fantastic. It's in my top 5 for this year. Like I said, I absolutely loved it. There's so many memorable scenes in it. The acting was great. It was very tense. It was super entertaining. The pacing was way, way better than Inglourious Bastards, and I think it's probably, I would go as far as to say it's Tarantino's best film since Pulp Fiction. I honestly feel that it was his best, most entertaining film since Pulp Fiction, so good job, Tarantino. And last but definitely not least is Argo, which did win Best Picture. I called that one. I just had this feeling that Argo was going to win, and very, very well-deserved award. I'm extremely happy Argo won. It was such a good movie. Ben Affleck is just such a good director. Town was actually my favorite movie of 2009, and it didn't get any nominations, really, which was disappointing because it was such a great film. Gone Baby Gone was also a fantastic film. And now that he's 3-0, Ben Affleck finally wins with Argo, wins with director, and very, very well-deserved win. Oscar night, 24th of February, I honestly still think that even though Ben Affleck was not nominated, I have a very, very good feeling that Argo could still win Best Picture. I just think it's such a good movie. The critics all loved it. It's smart. It's well done. It's paced perfectly. They did a really good job with the costumes, the set decorations, everything looks so good. and it's just such an entertaining film. And even though you kind of know what happens because it's a true story, it's still super tense the whole way through. And Argo is definitely deserving of Best Picture. So those are the Golden Globes for this year, guys. So sorry if I talk too much, just kind of giving my opinion. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. I'll hopefully be doing more videos like this in the future because I do love the movies and I want to be talking about them more for you guys. And hopefully I'll keep the Yu-Gi-Oh videos going. I also actually just started playing Vanguard, so hopefully I'll have some stuff like that for you guys too. Busy channel. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and you guys have a fantastic evening. Peace.